Actress Kerry Washington, many of you know her from movies like I Think I Love My Wife. You've seen her probably in Scandal or many other movies that she's been in. But she had a conversation with Jemele Hill, and I wanted to focus on this particular conversation because in America, it doesn't matter where you go in America, how high you become, you can be the president of the United States. In this country, they look at us as black people, as N-words. And it don't matter about our success. It don't matter how much money we have, because the way they address us is, well, Kerry Washington is that in on TV, or she's that, in a movie, right? Or she's that in and got so many $1 million. That's the way we are addressed in this country, and that's the way the attitude is. So what she really expressed is no matter where you go, you're not really free in America. And this is why, at least on my news channel, I talk about those solutions to this problem, because I'm a firm believer you can't keep complaining about the same thing over and over and over, and especially when you have the options for solutions. And I'll get to that a little later. So on the 21st, there was a chat with Jemele Hill, and she was talking about her children on the podcast. Right? No matter what I do, no matter how many Emmy nominations, I am still scared at times to scooter in neighborhoods with my kids where I feel like somebody would call the cops. Now, we know who the somebodies are, the Mzungus, okay? So it says, because the cop may have never seen Scandal. I don't know why you mentioned that particular show. The one you were doing all the bed winching. I mean, but we all know about Scandal, right? So she was saying that on top of that, she was saying that the happenings that's going on in this country putting fear in her heart, and definitely the rest of the hearts of, black mothers raising black children. Now, she says she may sound crazy and corny. He said, but I really think about it. So she continues and says, what do I need to do to basically take care of herself so that she's present for her children? Now, she also continued to say that she has to be able to answer questions like, who is this girl, Breonna Taylor, on my T-shirt? He's saying, why do we want to arrest the cops? He's saying, have those conversations with her young children requires a lot of presence and ability to navigate their journey. And say with this information and be there for them because there's so much uncertainty in the world. Now, of course, they say she was born in the Bronx out of New York. And she says that when she speak in the country, she says she speaks as a mother, as a woman, as a black person. She says she doesn't speak as a Hollywood elite. She says she's just a mother with children. Okay. So that is a reality for black Americans, that certain neighborhoods that you go in, you may not come out of it. Like Ahmaud Arbery. The brother was jogging through a neighborhood and they came up on him and lynched that brother. You know what I'm saying? Certain neighborhoods in America, you going into enemy territory. You can't really do that. You got to be, as they say, wise as a serpent when it comes to certain things. But see, Kerry Washington and people like her, LeBron James, and I don't like to hear people with money and resources talking about they're scared. I don't like it. You know why I don't like to hear people with resources saying they're scared? Because you, Kerry Washington, LeBron James, y'all have the money to take yourself and your family and maybe your whole extended family, if you want to, uproot them out of this country if you wanted to, and go to whatever nation that you can go to that'll be safe for you, right? So if you want to go to Johannesburg, South Africa, and build you a big old complex, you can go do that. If you want to go to Kenya, if you want to go to Namibia, if you want to go to Botswana, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever, you guys have the money to go there. And because you guys are so rich, the money will be double and triple when you get over there. And you'll be the most popular person in the country. You already know how to act, right? So you can get involved with the acting there, start, bring up some other young brothers and sisters, and you don't have to worry about racism. See, that's what I don't like to hear. LeBron James, same thing. You don't have to deal with racism Everyone knows America is, the Babylon for real, for real. Everyone throughout the world knows this is racism central. Yes, it's racism in Europe. We know that. But if you want it in your face, like who has the raw history of it, it is America. Why would you subject your children to this if you can't, listen, if you can't ride down the street with a scooter and you worried about race soldiers coming to get you, then that's not good. Even all the money that you have, you still worried about that? Why in the world are we as African Americans still putting up with that? We have been dealing with this for over 400 freaking years. When do we say, okay, maybe we need to start expanding our options a little bit? Because, hey, I got the money to do it. See, she's not like an average person who's caught up in the American system of work. Don't hardly get some time off. Don't really have the money like that. Or you got to save your money. No, Kerry could just say, you know what? I'm taking a trip to Tanzania tomorrow. I'm gonna go look around and see what they got. Because I'm not gonna have my children subjected to this crap. That's how I personally feel about it. If you have resources and still subjecting your children to this, and if something was to happen, you're going to be thinking, I didn't have to have my children in this. I had the money. I had the resources. And this happened to my children. I'm just saying, it ain't no way I'm going to be feeling in quote unquote fear and I got money like that. Ain't no way. It's just not no way it's going to happen. So Kerry, if you see this video, you can go to the Caribbean. You can go to the continent. Try that. You certain place in Latin America, if you speak Spanish, there's a lot of us there. Go there. And you don't have to deal with these people's racism. Hell, you can even go to Hawaii if you want to, because I've had plenty of people tell me about Hawaii. And they say, look, we ain't got them folks over here like that, and they sure not running nothing. They say, we see what's going on the mainland. And say, nah, y'all can come over here. You want to say, hey, I don't really think I need to go way over there, but go to Hawaii if you want to. Somewhere. I'm just saying, it's not right to be feeling like you can't ride a scooter with your children. That's not right. That's stress, unnecessary stress. That's outside of just living regular life that we deal with as Black Americans. And we have to, as I tell people on my news channel, we have to really think, what are you going to do with you and your personal family? I don't want to be caught in a position where I'm sitting there thinking like, dog, if I'd have did so-and-so, maybe this wouldn't happen. I don't want to be sitting there thinking like that. But Kerry, you have no excuse. So if you feel that way, if you feel that threatened, if you feel your children is under siege, then Kerry, do something about it. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think about the situation with Kerry Washington. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I am not feeling sympathetic to no quote-unquote celebrity when it comes to this, racism or anything like that, because you got the money and you can solve the majority of your problems that most Black Americans can't. And if you sitting up there putting up with it, well, you must want to, because as I stated many times before, you must love Babylon.